Hello, I'm Adam from Van Monkey, and this is the Ford Ranger Wildtrak. Now, there aren't actually that many pickups left in the UK now. There's obviously this, there's the Hilux, but we lost the L200, no longer have the Nissan Navara, the Fiat one, which I can never remember the name of, which I'll put in the video somewhere. So it's pretty much this or the Hilux. And it's a good one. It's longer than most rivers at over 5 metres. It's taller than most houses at 1.8 metres and wider than most wide rivers as well at over 1.8 metres. So yeah, it's big. I'm trying to impress on you the size of it. I mean, I'm not a big person, but it's big. Now it comes with this one, a 2-litre bi-turbo, which produces around 210 brake horsepower, which for the size of the thing, you're not going to win any drag races, but it does 0 to 60 in 9 seconds, which is pretty good. Not so, I mean, it's not going to be great on fuel, is it? I mean, that's not, if you're buying a fuel efficient car, you're not buying a pickup truck. But it does about 35-ish to the gallon, that's the quoted, so yes. Prices for the Wildtrak start at £43,050. The basic price for the Ranger is just around 30-ish thousand pounds, and then you can get the Raptor, which is just over £50,000. So it's towards the top end, but not quite there, by about 10 grand actually. So yeah, this is the more functional one. The Raptor's more the angry, foot down, sort of screamy one. So anyway, let's have a look inside. I think what gets talked about quite a lot with pickups is the cab and then the pickup bit, but what's often missed is this second row of seats, as this is a double cab. Ignore my notebook, but it's actually quite nice. Look, I mean, you've got this handcrafted Napa leather embroidered with Wildtrak stitching, and bit of plastic still left on. I enjoyed that probably more than I should have. So anyway, yes, back to this. Yeah, it all feels quite plush and squishy for a utilitarian, practical vehicle. It's a comfy one. In here you've got a 12-volt power supply, but you've also got a 3-pin plug option there. So I don't know, if you want to plug in a toaster and toast some things in the back, you can. That's that. Now yes, this is a Ranger Wildtrak. It will remind you of that all throughout the car. That's not a problem. So then we come to this, which is the covered bit of the pickup bay, with a button that looks like it would open a glove box or something. Not anyway, it's really easy. Look, watch. Yep. And then we've got the pickup bay, which I think you could probably fit a double bed in, and sleep a family in there. So yeah, there's always that option. It's enormous. There's not really much to say about it. If you've seen a pickup before, it looks like a pickup from the back. Towing weights are about 3.5 tons. Then you've got the payload, which is about 1 ton as well. So all pretty standard. It's pretty much the same as you would get on the Hilux, really. Let's move into the front, shall we? Now, first thing you'll notice is it's got grab handles everywhere, so it'll help you in and out of the vehicle if you need that. Again, you associate a pickup truck probably with a utilitarian, very basic feel. Now, that's not really what you get in the Wildtrak. It's got a 10-speed auto, it's got USBs, it's got 2 12-volt power supplies, it's got cruise control, it's got an infotainment system, and it feels nice. It feels rugged. It feels like if you did bash it about a bit, it would take it, but it doesn't feel industrial, especially with these seats. I don't think I've ever sat in seats that are as comfortable as these. They really sculpt you in, but the leather is not, I don't know, maybe that's Napa leather, maybe I've just never experienced Napa leather before. There we go. And you've got this orange embroidery literally everywhere, as far as the eye can see. You've got plenty of storage in here, cup holders, somewhere for your glasses if you need those. Lots of space in the door bins. Now, what's quite important with this is, obviously because of the size of it, it has got parking sensors, and that's what you need. I had to stop for a moment there because our delivery driver, Bob, drove past in a Corsa which has the same power, 210 horsepower, as the Ford Ranger does. That's by the by though, Anyway, it has got a manual handbrake, which is quite nice because most new cars these days have the e-brake. And you could do a handbrake turn in here, I suppose. Although it might roll, I don't know. Probably not advisable. We're not advising you to do handbrake turns in a Ford Ranger Wildtrak. Right, get back to the script, Adam. Now, yes, it's a pickup, and from the outside it is enormous. The bonnet does feel about 3 miles long, but then I do have a Mini, so I don't know. But I was having this conversation with Mandy in the office that basically it feels like a normal car in here. The outside, it looks like, you know, it could probably drive through a few buildings, but on the inside, it just feels like any other Ford, really. A nice Ford. It's a very premium feeling Ford, but it doesn't, when you're in here, you don't appreciate the enormity of the outside of the car, which is quite a clever thing that Ford have done there, really. Pickups are always associated with America, but we are seeing more and more pickups in the UK, and the Ford Ranger is by far the most popular. And when you're in here, it's not hard to see why. It's pretty much of a muchness price-wise to the Toyota Hilux, but I don't know, there's just something nice about this. One thing I am slightly disappointed in for £43,000 is that plastic there. It's nowhere else, literally just there. And that's where you put your arm and everything. So maybe they've done that because it's more hard wearing than the leather would be there, but I don't know, I just think it's a shame that they put that there, because there's this lovely feeling plastic just around the door handles here, which is picked up on around the infotainment system and just above the glove box. So they have, and there's this lovely ebony roof lining too. It's very quiet. You can almost hear me whispering in here, I think you probably can, which is a good sign. But I don't know, I just think that's a real shame. Anyway, moving on. Now, this Ford Ranger Wildtrak comes in frozen white, which comes as standard, so you don't have to pay any extra for the frozen white, and it comes as standard with the 18-inch Boulder Grey wheels, and there's lots of other Boulder Grey highlights all over the car, which is kind of this Boulder Grey here that I mentioned earlier. From a more practical perspective, it comes with underbody protection, so it'll protect you from all the lumps and bumps under the ground. It's pretty decent off-road, as you would expect for this massive truck. It's got an 8-inch infotainment system, which I couldn't say for a moment there, and it's also got heated seats. It's got loads of stuff that you'd just basically expect from a quite premium SUV, and that's kind of the world of pickup trucks these days. They're not for people in America. I was going to do a stereotype there, but I'm not going to. And then you've got all your controls on the steering wheel, you know, moving things around with these. And then you've got your volume, you've got your speech volume, you've got your calls, answer and decline, speed limit for your cruise control. We've got plenty of other leasing and sales deals for you to explore through Van Monkey. Get in touch with us. I'll put our number and contact information in the bio, so don't worry. I've been Adam. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.